I've recently become a little bit more interested in vintage puzzles, particularly really old Rubik's products. So previously you've seen an unboxing of like the first Rubik's Cube that I ever had. And today we're going to be continuing with that theme with another vintage, super old Rubik's product that I didn't really know anything about until recently. So let's get this open and let's take a look at what's inside. Any guesses so far what we have here? Alright, so we are looking at the Rubik's dice. So I was doing a bit of research basically just on eBay into vintage or really old Rubik's products, and I definitely heard of the Rubik's dice before, but I didn't really know anything about it. So yeah, I thought I'd buy it because it was not that expensive, and this is what we have here now. So let's take a look. So cool. It's not as big as I thought it would be. That's good. It'll be easier to film. Alright. A dice like no other constantly changes its spots, sometimes red, sometimes white, even both. The idea is to have them all white. Flip, tap, shake. To solve it needs clever hands and a cool head. Alright, so the end goal is to have everything, hello Hugh, to have everything white. Alright, so let's get this open. Oh, cool. It's fascinating looking at these, like all the images, and I don't know, it's super retro. Cool. Alright, I guess let's, oh. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, so we have the dice. Oh, it's very clattery. I wish I could understand what was going on here. Is it like different tiles inside and they're sort of, oh. So I put that in there and it locks it. It stops anything from happening. So that's useful to know. And then I guess let me try and figure out what the heck is going on here, because like I said, I have no idea what this puzzle is all about. I don't really get it. So it does look like this kind of, I don't know, little tiles, and then let's see if we can get one to fall. I really don't know what's going on here. So there are sort of like metal plates in there that have various spots on them. So as you can see, there's one here that's kind of diagonal, but if I lie it flat like that, it just keeps flopping around. Alright. So I can pop them all in. That's good to know. Alright, that makes things much easier to look at. So if you look now, we have all of them here, just kind of chilling out. Can you see them there? All of these little plates, and it feels a bit like they're held together magnetically. So how many of them are there? 1, 2, 3, there must be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 7. Okay, so I guess we want to place them about. So that's why this comes in handy, I think, because I can pop that in there and I can look at this face and not sort of screw it up, whereas if I pull it out, everything kind of goes to crap. Alright, got you. Now we can maybe get started. We don't want any red anywhere. I think this is going to be quite tricky, actually. I'm quite excited though. Let's see what we can do with this. So we can kind of examine everything through the holes. Now that we've sort of cleared the whole dice away, we can really start to look at what's going on. I might start from 1 and work my way up. So if we sort of do that, and then we use this. So there's 1 done. So I guess the next one would be 2. And if I take a quick look, I guess it's annoying that that's there, but actually, by the looks of things, if I tip that way, the 1 stays where it is because it's held there magnetically, and then the 2 as well stays where it is, and I've stuck this in so the rest don't fall, but they will if I pull this out. So there's 2. Alright, where's 3? 3 is going to be problematic because with the tile we have, if I tilt towards 3, ta-da, all red. So we need to do something about that. So let's pop 3 out and let's put that over there for now. Oops. Oh god. Oh no. Right. Hang on. Oh, I've messed it up. Oh well. Right. Hang on. This is tricky. It's a... Oh, we've done 4 though. It's kind of like a game of dexterity as well as everything else. So that 3 is bad. I wonder if they're double-sided. So... Oh, they are. There's 2 patterns per tile. So I reckon we can kind of take a quick glance at everything and see what's going on. So like for number 4 here, is there anything in the middle for number 4? No, so number 4 works for number 3. So, oh no. Come on, what if I messed up. Number 4 works. So if you stay over there, give me that. Alright, I don't know how this is making in terms of a video, but we now have 1, 2, 3. That's good. Okay. I'm gonna have a bit of a play around with this and I'm gonna get back to you guys soon because this is actually a lot of fun. Alright, I'm gonna get my solving hat on and I will be back. Alright guys, we are back and good news, I managed to solve the Rubik's dice. It was quite a tricky puzzle, but not necessarily one that requires a huge amount of brain power. It's more just kind of fiddly and oops. Once I figured out exactly what it was I needed to do and how I could do certain moves, it ended up being quite simple. Now, one thing that I was doing a bit wrong before was I started by going from 1 up to 6. It makes much more sense to start from 6 and work your way down because there is only one real way that you can get the 6th tile, and that's because it uses up the most circles. So naturally it makes the most sense to find that tile first. But there is another interesting thing about this puzzle, and that's these little tiny dots here. And the interesting thing about them is you could have the 2 larger dots, for example on this face, be white, but this one would be red. So even after I solved the puzzle the first time, it kind of didn't sit right that there were a couple of red ones there. And it turned out it was actually an entirely different solution to get the small dots to also be white. So yeah, it was really interesting. It's almost like you can solve it the easy way, and then there's the more difficult way, which involves getting all of these to be white as well. And that's because, for example, with the 6th tile, there's only 1 red dot, and that's here in the middle. The rest of them are completely white. So if I had this flipped 180 degrees, if I had the tile flipped, then this would be red here. And that's what initially happened. So I knew that I had the right tile and the only tile that would work for the 6th face, but I had to rotate it. And the rotation, you know, it wasn't very difficult. All you have to do essentially is just get the tile where it needs to be. Do essentially just a 4 moves basically, and that'll rotate it for you. But doing that while trying to locate the correct tile is quite tricky because it's actually a very interesting puzzle in that regard, because I'm pretty sure there is only 1 tile for each face that will work. I'm pretty sure every piece is accounted for, and if you use the wrong one on the wrong face, you won't be able to use that one for a later face, if that makes sense. It's really quite clever how it all comes together. So yeah, very interesting puzzle. I'm really glad I picked this up. This was definitely the most useful thing in the world. I'm very glad that it came with this, although now I'm not sure what to do with it because I don't want to stick it in the puzzle and then essentially unsolve it. But yeah, really fascinating puzzle, and I'm very glad that I checked this out. That is going to do it from me though, guys. As I said, this has been the Rubik's Dice, a really interesting puzzle. Yeah, thanks so much for watching. Sorry if you didn't get much out of it in terms of how I solved the puzzle, but it's quite difficult to film, and it was a very finicky puzzle, so not the easiest thing to watch if you're just, you know, watching me try to solve it. So yeah, if you have enjoyed, remember, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and you'll be notified whenever I make a new video. But that is it from me, guys. Have an awesome day. I'll see you next time.